Hey everybody, it is Jennifer at Studio J Company. Happy Friday! Hey Sharon, y'all come on in, say hello as you pop in. Let me know if my comments are working, because Facebook has not been my friend this week. All right, let me pull y'all up over here. Hey Penny, hey Melissa, hey Angie. New. Don't you love when you have a new bottle of anything? Got a new bottle. Mod Podge. All right. Y'all come on in. Hi, Jessica. Okay, got it. We'll just wait for some more people to get in and we're going to start. We are in an event today with Crafty Blessings with Angie's Crafty Friends, and the theme, if you haven't been following along with the event is going through tonight, I think till 9 p.m. I think 9 p.m. might be the last presenter. So the theme is Let's Get Cozy. So it could be winter or Valentine's Day. And so I am going to play on the word cozy. Let's get cozy. So, and winter. So I'm doing a project that is, it's quilt is the word, I guess you would say. It's not, I'm actually not doing a quilt. It's not fabric, but it's one of my kits. And several people have done it. It's a pretty good seller, but I have not done one. So I thought I would do one because it reminds me of the quilts my grandmother used to make. Oh, okay. This is going to drive me crazy. I'm not going to mess with that. Hey, Robin. Hey, Pam. Hey, Nora. Hi, Ruth. Harley's Hot Mess Express Mom. What a cute name. I love that. Hi, Constance. Thank you for sprinkling, Nora. Hey, Lydia. Lydia just finished up. Me and her swapped. I was supposed to go on at 3 and she was at 4, and I had a doctor's appointment this afternoon that I totally forgot about. And I was gonna try to reschedule it, but you know, it's like, I think I made this appointment in like October. So I was like, I better go. So I needed a little more time, so we swapped. And so coming up after me is going to be Jan at Fine Again Finds 2. So she will be up after me. Hi, Christine. Welcome in. I'm glad you found my page. Hey, Amanda. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start. We have 1 hour, which I think will be plenty of time for this. So this kit, couple of different presenters have done this kit. I know I saw Janice do it with Vintage Country Crafting, and I think I saw Melissa Rose. Did you do the quilt girl? Have you done yours yet? I know you got the girl and the boy from me. Let me see if I can hold it up and show y'all what she looks like. Is the proper name for this, I always think of Holly Hobby when I see her, but is it Sue Bonnet or Bonnet Sue? I think that's, and there's overall Sam is the boy, but this is the so I'm gonna do her. Now this is not my decor style in my house, so I may end up auctioning this piece off like tonight or over the weekend or something. So if anybody is into this stuff, let's see how it turns out first. I love these though. They just remind me, my grandmother used to make those quilts with the different dolls, or I call her a doll, in each square with all the different like patchwork. So I'm not doing fabric, but I've got all kinds of scrapbook papers. So I'm gonna do each piece of her different. And then she's on a background. It looks like shiplap. It's just etched in there. And then it has edges, like mitered edges. Let me tilt y'all down a little bit. Yeah, Melissa, I hope your husband's okay. There's a lot of people getting sick lately. And when I was at the doctor today, he was like, do you want your flu shot or do you want your shingles shot? Y'all, I don't do them. I know you probably should, but I'm not doing them. I don't get any of the shots. I mean, I do get vaccinations, but you know, like my tetanus shot and whatever those are, but okay. So it has like a frame, faux frame around the edges. So what I'm going to do, I wanted to do the background like in a pretty color, like a pretty paper, but I don't have one this size. This is a pretty big, I think this is like 16 by 9. So I don't have a paper big enough to cover the whole thing. Yeah, I'm not getting the flu shot. Everybody I know that gets the flu shot, now I'm not saying everybody that does, but everybody I know getting the flu shot gets sick. And I know you're supposed to get a little bit sick or something. I don't never get sick. I mean, I go to the doctor for like regular checkups or stuff like that, but I don't take stuff. I don't get sick. I think it's because I'm a hermit. I'm in my house. I'm not around anybody to get sick. I'm just kidding. I do go out of the house. All right, I think I'm going to, because she is going to be in so many different colors and patterns, I'm going to do this a light neutral, maybe kind of like a whitewash, and then do just a faux stain on the frame so that she really pops, okay? So I think I'll go ahead and do this part first, just to get that out of the way and let it be drying, and then we'll work on each piece. So like I said, I'm going to take burnt umber and put on these with a baby wipe, just a baby wipe. Make it look like stain. I have heard shingles is extremely painful. I only know a few people that have ever had it, and they said it was really bad. Okay, so I'm just going to take burnt umber and just rub it on here. Kind of rub it off. I didn't water it down or anything because I'm using a baby wipe. It's kind of wet. Not soaking wet, but you know. And then just kind of wipe it back a little because I don't want it super dark. Hi, Cindy. Hey, Sheila. Welcome in. Oops. Every time I go to touch my screen, my comments just zoom by. I'm like, stop. Don't touch that. Okay. Y'all, I was really worried that the weather was not going to cooperate with my live today because, like, they canceled school for our county because they're, you know, I mean, I'm telling you, we've been getting, like, warnings, not warnings, but alerts. I shouldn't say warnings. We've been getting alerts all week about prepare for Friday. You know, Friday's weather is going to be really bad, blah, blah, blah. And then when they canceled school, I was like, okay, they're not joking. So, so far, like coming home from my doctor's appointment, it was raining really hard. And then it stopped, and then the wind picked up. But they're talking about like 60 miles per hour plus wind gust. So, I'm a little nervous. Bad weather makes me nervous. Hi, Veronica. Welcome in. Thanks for coming by. Hey, Paula. Hey, Pamela Marie. So I probably need to go outside and see if there's anything I need to like bring in or secure, because like we have a front porch. We have a rocking chair front porch, and then we have a covered back porch, and then we have like the deck, you know, just the open deck. So I don't know if anything is loose out there that I might need to bring my wind chimes in, because they're pretty big. They'll be going crazy in that wind, especially if we get that kind of wind. It's always hard having the weather like that when you have dogs, because they have to go outside. You know, they have to go outside and use the bathroom. And they're not like little kids where you can say, okay, go potty, because, you know, maybe a couple of hours where you're not going to be able to go out. They don't get it. Okay. It blew you to the ground? Oh my gosh. Yeah, my daughter said that she had tried to open she was at work the other day, and she said she tried to open the door at the restaurant to go out, and she said like the wind was so strong she couldn't even open the door. It was blowing so hard. It's crazy. But I was saying last night, it was like a week ago, Japan had an earthquake. And I'm telling you, anytime there's an earthquake, it sets off all this stuff in motion and things start happening. The weather gets crazy. Okay, so I just used a baby wipe and some burnt umber and just rubbed on a little color on these, the trim. So I'm gonna take and do a lighter background for this, but I'm gonna wipe that on with a baby wipe also. Because I don't want it to be real solid. Hey, Andrea. Hey, Kathy. Hey, y'all. Happy Friday. All right. I'm going to do antique parchment. Okay. If I have enough left, yeah. I use this color a lot. You're in Eatonton? Okay, so there's several crafters that I know of that are in Georgia. And so I'm wondering, and I don't think any of them are really close by, so I'm wondering if they're having issues too. Okay, so I'm just rubbing this on here just to give it a little bit of color. That way it doesn't really compete with all the colors I'm going to use for the quilt doll. Sue, is her name Bonnet Sue or Sue Bonnet, something like that. Hi, Janet. Okay. It's a pretty tall piece. I'll go in and even it out in just a second. I'll get this on here. So I'm gonna get it all going in the same direction. Doesn't look so crazy. Pull y'all up. Yeah, Sunbonnet Sue. That's what I'm thinking. I know it was like bonnet. I think it's Sunbonnet Sue. And then the boy is it Overall Sam? Because he's wearing the little overalls. I have him too. He's in my shop also. So you can buy the pair, or you can just, you know, if you just want the girl or just the boy. I haven't done neither of them yet, so I thought, you know. And then when I saw this theme, Let's Get Cozy, I was like, a quilt. I think of a quilt. I think of a blanket. Cozy. Okay. All right. There we go. And you can still see the shiplap lines, but I'm gonna, let's see if I've got my little thin tack. Yo, I have to tell you a hack. Do y'all go to Starbucks? Does anybody go to Starbucks? I know a lot of people hate Starbucks. I used to hate Starbucks till I met my husband. He never went to Starbucks. Hang on, let me find my thumbtack. Well, shoot. Okay, I got something. I got a sharp. I have to tell y'all a hack that I saw on, it was either Instagram or TikTok. But if you're familiar with Starbucks, you know, like their drink sizes, like the names are, they're totally wonky. I have a friend who hates it because she's like, I don't know the lingo there, you know. A grande is a smaller one, and a tall is small, you know. It's so funny, but you know, grande you would think is large, but it's not. So I saw this hack, and it said if you're getting like a cold coffee, like an iced coffee, order a grande, which is smaller, with no ice, okay? And then ask for, like when you get to the window or whatever, ask for a venti, which is taller. So this is a venti, and then a grande is only about, you know, to here or something like that. So it said get a grande iced coffee or cold brew, whatever you get, with no ice, and then get a larger cup of ice. And so you get it and you pour it in here, and sure enough, like the grande with no ice filled this all the way up, and then still had like that much left in the cup. So it's like, you know, you're paying the lower price, and you're getting like this full plus that much. It was crazy. It worked. I saw it on, I think it might have been TikTok, and I was like, I'm gonna try that next time I go. And it was right. Okay. Just trying to dry this off a little bit. Hi, Rita. You don't do coffee? My husband says when I get through with it, it's not coffee anymore. It's more like a milkshake, a hot milkshake, or iced milkshake. I can't drink it unless it's sweet and it has like some kind of flavors or something in it. But like, I love the flavors. Okay, I'm just gonna scratch through this where I might have got some paint in here. Okay, there's that. All right, so now let's work on our Sue bonnet. Sue. Oh, here comes the dogs. It's like cream with a splash of coffee. Yes, We could be best friends, Kathy. Hi, Cooper. Hello. What's up? All right, so, whoa, I lost my foot. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna tilt y'all down a little. Just half and half. I have to sweeten mine, and flavors too. I like flavors in it. All right, so I've got all kinds of papers here. Now I don't know if it's gonna look weird or not, but I have this paper. It looks like ripped fabric. Can y'all see that? I've been dying to use this on something, and I think I'm gonna use it on her apron because I'm gonna do her hat and her dress colorful. So I kind of want her apron to be neutral, but then again, I have this. It's kind of light. I have all these different little papers. I like this one too. This one's really bright. Got some pinks. I think I might start with, I like all the pink. Hey, don't come in here snorting. Nobody wants to hear that. Hi, Peggy. You don't like sweet? Oh my gosh, I love it sweet. All right, I'm gonna do her hat. This one almost looks like it's got like a, okay, Cooper, leave. Nobody wants to hear you licking yourself. This one is like, it almost looks like a linen texture. Can y'all see the texture in it? I think I'm gonna do that on her hat. So, and then her hat has like a little ribbon, or like a, yeah, like a ribbon through it, and I'm gonna do that in a brighter pink. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna trace these on here real quick. Real quick, like. Don't want to get that design in it. Okay. Okay, I probably will. All right, let me just trace this. Hello, hey everybody. Hey Leanne. Hi Constance. You like the first one. Which one? The rags, the rips. Which one? Because I don't have any other neutral paper. I mean, not, I do, but it's more like, it looks like shiplap or something. I didn't want to do that. The fabric, okay, for the apron. Okay, let's see that. Yeah, I was thinking that because it looks like ripped scraps of fabric. You know how we'll rip fabric strips? That's what it reminds me of. So let's see. There's that. First I was going through all my fabrics and I thought I'll just Mod Podge and iron the fabrics on there, but I was like, no, I'm just gonna do, I've got all these papers, lots of little pretty colors and stuff, so I'll just use them. Be easier to sand the edges. Okay, so that'll be for the hat. Y'all like my new sweat? It's backwards. Feed me donuts and tell me I'm pretty. That's my new sweatshirt. That's all I want. Just feed me donuts and tell me I'm pretty. Not that I need donuts. scissors are from Christmas. They were, it was like $2.99. They were on Christmas clearance at Ross. They came with like 2 rolls of tape. I guess it was leftover from gift wrap. But man, I tell you what, I'm rough on scissors. I go through scissors. I destroy them. You name it, I will try to cut it. I'm like, oh, metal? Let me just saw on it a little bit with the scissors and see if I can break it. All right, so I know what I'm gonna do with her hat. Okay, and then we said we're gonna do her apron in that rag, this one, right? Okay. Hi, Tina, welcome in. Okay, let's see. It's gonna have to go that way though. I have to go with it because it's too tall the other way. Okay. Oh, gosh. Thank you. I just posted this shirt in my shop. It's the softest. Now this is a thinner one. The white ones, like the snowman, the one that says like, the one that's like the snowman face, and then the one that says freezing season. That one's a heavier sweatshirt, but they're all like super soft on the inside. It's like that fuzzy fleece feel. But this one's light. You know, sometimes you just need something on your arms, you know. It's cold, but it's not like, you know, it's not freezing cold. You just want like a light sweatshirt. This one feels a little, it's Hanes, but it's Eco, Hanes Eco Smart or something like that. It's super soft. But, I love sweatshirts. I love sweatshirts and hoodies and leggings. That's what I live in around here. Okay. She's got some curves with her. This piece goes around her arm and all that. Very quiet outside. It's kind of creepy. My daughter was outside earlier and she saw 2 big owls in the trees right outside our fence. Yeah, it's in my shop, studiojcompany.com, but I just posted the link on my page. Like if you go to my page, there's a link. Don't go now. Don't go now. Hang out. Let's hang out. She said there was 2 owls out there in the trees. Okay, so I'm gonna do, there's a part, this part's her dress and this part is her little puffy sleeve. I'm gonna do those the same so that her dress is all the same. I think I might do her dress in this, it's a pink, but it's got polka dots, like lighter polka dots. Or then I've got this too. Which one do y'all like better for her dress? The pink, the darker pink polka dots, or the pink with white floral for her dress? I'm gonna do her I'm gonna do her shoes in a darker polka dots, polka dots, polka dots. Okay, we're going polka dots. That was easy. Okay. All right. Now you could paint this too. I think when I know when Janice did this, I think she used some fabric on hers. I think she painted like the hat, but she added like real flower, not real flowers, but added like glued flowers to the little ribbon of the hat. It was super cute. Hi, Donna. Her puffy sleeve. Hi Karen, hi Tammy. Oops, see, every time I touch the screen, everything just kind of flies by. Hey Cassandra. If I missed anybody, I do go back and watch the replays. So if I miss anybody's question or comment, hello, my name is Jennifer. If you're new here, sometimes we get new friends here. I hope that you will enjoy what you see. If you don't, send me a message. Tell me what I did that was bad. I am always up for constructive criticism, because I have no idea, you know how you don't know if you do things. Like, let me tell you a little funny. When I was younger, like when I had my son, my first child, all I wanted to do was be a stay-home mom. And my husband was like, at the time, he was like, well, then stop saying you want a new house, a big new house, you know? And I was like, oh, you're right. So anyway, I was like, well, what can I do on the side? What can I do to make money? So I tried to sell Tupperware. I was like, oh, because you know when you go to Tupperware parties, those ladies tell you, you know, they're usually like housewives, you know. And the lady that did the parties that I would go to, like my neighbors would have parties and invite me. And the lady running it, you know, she lived in Peachtree City in this big house. Well, her husband was a pilot, okay? She drove a nice car, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, I need to do that. So of course I joined in, you know, I started doing parties, but my problem was I gave away more like prizes. We'd play games the whole party, and I was giving away all prizes and stuff, and I wasn't making any money. But that's how I am. But when I was going to try to do, I was going to do like a pretend party. I set up my little video camcorder, and I wanted to like do a party so I could go back and watch it and see how I did. Y'all, I did not realize, but throughout the whole thing, like whenever I'd be talking, I was like picking up my eyelashes and stuff. Like I was just like, so these are, and I'm sitting there watching, I was like, what is wrong with me? So you don't, I guess when you get on lives, you see things about yourself that you didn't realize you did, you know? So feel free to tell me if I'm doing anything that drives people, because I get messages from people, or I'll even see comments on the live, you know, stop playing with your hair. You know, I'm real bad about, because this right here is just the right length to stab me in the eyeball. I'm trying to grow this out, but I keep burning it with the flat iron, and so it doesn't ever seem to get any longer than that. So it's just the right length to just jab me in the eye every now and then, and I'm constantly doing that. And someone will message me, stop playing with your hair. I'm very sorry. I was like, I need an eye patch. Okay, I'm gonna start gluing these on. The only one I haven't done yet is her arm and her feet. I might paint her arm. I don't know. I might paint her arm like a skin tone or something. It is awkward watching yourself, but Kathy, you're hilarious, and your costumes, you're entertaining. You're so entertaining, and your laugh is contagious. Like, I think I've said this before. You cannot watch your live. You cannot watch one of Kathy's lives and be in a bad mood or not laugh. I mean, it's just, it's uplifting. I have to say, it's uplifting. All right, I'm just going to Mod Podge these on. How are we on time? Okay, let's go ahead and Mod Podge these on. All right, so hat. I thought I grabbed a sponge. Yes, I did, right here. Do a good coat of this. I need to get my hubby to come say hi. I should. See, he might do it. When he's doing, like, he does a lot of Zoom calls and stuff when he works from home. He does Zoom calls and stuff like that. So I'm always paranoid about walking into his office because I don't want to get on the camera, you know. But one day he was not on the phone, or sometimes he's just on the phone. So one day, usually when I walk in, if he's talking to somebody, I'm like, you know, like, are you on the camera or just the phone? And a lot of times he'll say, you know, the phone. But one day he was in there and he wasn't on either. And so I was going in there to change out, you know, the little plug-ins, like Bath and Body Works and all that. So I went in there. I was changing out one of those. So I'm sitting down on the floor talking to him while I'm doing it. I'm like behind his desk. So I'm sitting there and his phone rings or whatever, and he's talking to one of his guys, and I got up to move or something. And I had my hair up in a ponytail on top of my head, and I guess they saw the little thing move, and they said, "Oh, is that Jen?" And I was like, I froze. I was like, I'm on the camera. Turn it off. I don't want to be on the camera. Of course, I was in my pajamas too, so I was like, but they were like, "Oh, is that Jen behind you?" I don't want to walk in and be on the camera, but he probably wouldn't care. I have to get onto him because he'll walk past my craft room and he'll just burp really loud or something, and I'm like, honey, you can't do that. I'll play back the live, and I'm like, I'll do the replay, and I'm like, did you hear that? He's like, oh my God. He's just loud. I was so embarrassed. Well, thank you, Sharon. Yeah, I mean, I'm not on here to, I don't do like beauty tips and stuff like that. I'm sorry, my hair is like in a little, I got caught in the rain and it's just messy outside, and I had to get out today. Okay. Get all these on here, and then I'll just sand them off. And then it's like putting a puzzle together. hear the rain outside, so I think it's starting to pick up. I'm just glad it's not affecting my Wi-Fi right now. I'm like, just hold off till I at least do my live. I think I will paint her arm. I'm gonna paint it that cream color. To be very pale, but that's okay. It's winter. We're all pale. I saw this meme. It said, I wish my teeth were as white as my legs. Because I am like super pale. Okay, right there. That's true. All right, so just need to start sanding these off. I could go ahead and glue the rim around these. This is clogged. One day I will remember to put the little cap on my wood glue, and then we'll all be shocked. Be like, who is that? How are we on time? We've got, okay, good. We've got time. All right, so I'm just gonna glue the edges on. See, there it goes, my eye. I probably just put glue in my hair. That's all right. Try to rub it in. Hey, Teresa Gag, welcome in. Thank you for sprinkling it out. I appreciate that. I always forget to ask people to sprinkle the video. It does help a lot. Get all these lined up. Sometimes it helps to use those little clamps like these you can get at Dollar Tree, just to hold your edges down to keep pressure on them while it's drying. I only have 2 over here. Oops. Keep wiggling it around. Okay, so I'm gonna start sanding the edges of the paper. I haven't done her feet yet. Let's see. I'm gonna grab one of these, do her feet real quick. I'm going to start with her feet at the bottom. So I guess I kind of need that part. 15 minutes. Okay, 14 minutes now. I got it. I got it. All I got to do is put her together now. After I sand the paper. That should go pretty quick. And yeah, coming up after me is going to be Jan with Fine Again Finds 2. So we are in the event with the Crafty Blessings with Angie's Crafty Friends group. It's a free group to join if y'all aren't already following it. She always has lots of great presenters. So, go ahead and start with the hat. I always make such a mess doing this part. Thank you, Lydia. I always like seeing what people do. Like when somebody buys one of my kits, I always want to see what they do. Because, you know, people have different visions, you know. Get very clever. Where's the other part of that hat? A sleeve. Here's the other part of the hat. I cut these pretty close, so there's not a whole lot to sand off. I need to get the edges because these will fit together like a puzzle. But luckily, she's not a lot of pieces, so not too hard. These might be a little tricky. Hey, Lena. Yeah, it's always fun. That's why it's kind of fun when everybody has like the same theme, to see how different everybody can do it. And like, what's everybody's interpretation of it? Like, let's get cozy, you know. I immediately think of blankets and quilts and stuff like that. And then I thought, you know what? I have this kit that reminds me of Nanny's quilts. So I'm going to do that. I think this is the last, well, other than the feet or the shoes. I have to get my nail file for this part. Little curves. Yeah, this particular kit is a really good, it's a really popular kit. The boy, not as much. I've had a few people buy the boy and the girl, but a lot of people usually just buy the girl. Just kidding. Let's see. Oh gosh, this is a piece of garbage. I'm using a little metal one. There we go. You can get like a pack of like 4 or 5 of these at Dollar Tree for $1.25. They're good for like these little tight spots. They're pretty sharp. Can you sharpen or the sanding part? Or is it gone when it's gone? Never thought about that, because this is metal. I know this is not exciting to watch, but I gotta get all these edges. Okay, I think we're about done here. Then we can move to the good part. Okay, that's it. Oh, the foot, the shoe. How are we on time? Okay, 8 minutes. Let's put her together. Ta-da! Okay. Okay. So we're going to take our base, left it very neutral. Okay, let's see. Turn down where you can see. Use jammies. Yes, we should have made this like a pajama party. That would have been fun. That's cozy, especially with the weather we're having here today. Okay, this is the way she goes together. So you got feet or shoes. Then you've got a dress. I'm probably gonna scoot her up. Let me just do like a dry fit here. Where's her arm? Oh, her little white arm. It's so pale. It's like me. The sleeve, and then the hat, and then the little ribbon on her hat. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, y'all. Look. How cute is she? Aww. The little colors. She's sweet. Okay, I'm gonna scoot her up a little. I just wanted to see how far down, which space we have. I'll go ahead and do this part first. And like I said, I love this. It gives me memories of my grandmother, because she always did these quilts. She was making these quilts for everybody in the family, like, you know, my aunts and everybody. And then she got to, I guess, my sister. I was the second grandchild, but she got to my sister, and then she never did get to me before she passed away. So I didn't get one. I would love to have had one of her quilts. She had made everybody quilts over the years. This makes me think of her, but I don't decorate with a lot of the country stuff like this. I love it, but I don't decorate with it. So I'm probably gonna auction this off like over the weekend. I'll just do like a, I like to do the, I grabbed the wrong, oh gosh. I like to do the 24-hour auctions where you've got 24 hours to get in and get your bid in and all that. So I'll probably do that. Okay. If anybody's interested. Because I said this year I'm not going to let things pile up like I always do. So I'll probably just auction them off as I go instead of waiting till they pile up and you have a lot. Am I missing comments? I wish I knew how to make quilts. I mean, I don't know that I have the patience for it. I'm sure I could learn it. I just don't know that I have the patience. I'm like the queen of unfinished projects. Like I start so many things and then I never finish them. All right. Let's set up for a second. I've got 3 minutes. And she's pretty big. Or this whole thing is pretty big. How cute is she? Look at that. Oh, I love her. And it's hard to tell from the, I don't know if you can tell it on the camera there. I'll take a picture of it when I get off here. But the hat, it has like a, oops, like a linen, like it almost looks like fabric. And then the dots, I might need to keep it laying down. So yeah, I'll probably put this on my page over the weekend and do, we'll even call them UFOs. Well, I would be the queen of the UFOs. That's how it is around here. So she turned out so sweet. I'll have to do the boy next time. So cute. I really wish that the apron, the fabric was going vertical, but it wasn't big enough to cover the whole thing. But she's so sweet. I love her. So see, hey, I finished with 2 minutes to spare. Yeah, I got glue everywhere. So that was fun. Yes, up next is Jan at Fine Again Finds 2. And then this event goes through the night. Well, not through the night, but I think till 9 o'clock, the last presenter. So it's a whole lineup today. Lots of good stuff to see. See what everybody's take, because everybody can either do winter or Valentine's. All right, we got a minute to kill. Hey, I've got something. Okay, I have a little random tip for y'all. This is anybody that wears lipstick. If you have a lipstick, tell me if you knew this. I always find people that didn't know this. If you have a lipstick where it shows like the color, like through the little clear part, not just like a wrapper. Did y'all know this part? If you like, you know, when you run out, you get down and you're like digging your finger in there. I don't know if anybody else does that. But if you have one, if you pop that off, it's like a little pot of the lipstick. So if you've got one of those retractable brushes, you got extra lipstick. Okay, my time is up. That was a random fact. Random fact Friday. You got some extra lipstick. Y'all go check out Jan at Fine Again Finds 2. Thank you for hanging out with me. Happy Friday. Y'all stay safe, stay warm. If you don't already follow my page, tap the follow button so you can come back and hang out. Isn't that cool? Look at that. You can tell I've been using it. But yeah, if you get those little retractable brushes, you can just, that's a lot of lipstick in there. So it's usually, everyone that I've ever had it. I think once there was one that I could not get it off. But anyway, y'all have a great day. Happy Friday. Happy weekend. Bye, y'all.